Excuse me.
I guess I would consider myself to be a student.
I guess I am a teacher slash poet.
Designer, really.
Human being.
Busy.
Right now, husband.
Papa, that's what my grandchildren call me. And, that's probably the one I am most proud of.
I would say advisor, probably.
Hard worker.
Wife and mother, an artist.
I guess teacher.
Right now it's being a mom.
Determined student.
Oh, just Korean.
An art school dropout.
Well, I guess my ultimate title would be paramedic.
Servant. Helper.
Either the student, the worker, or the friend, or the daughter.
Probably caregiver.
Christian.
Grandmother, probably right now.
The most important thing in my life is my family.
Can't remember any time that my family has ever done anything to wrong me.
They're just so valuable and such a gift.
I think it's just important with your two questions to understand what your priorities should be, have them in the right place.
It just may be a priority in their life right now. It depends on what ages you're asking. A lot of us are starting families, and then one half is starting families, the other half is kind of still in the fun age, I think, especially in the community college.
I talk to students a lot about this because we have a lot of single parents here. And their children are usually their main priority. That's why they're here.
Because if I don't have family or friends, I can't live. Because I can't live without them.
Because they're my world.
If you'd asked me this question maybe even 2 or 3 years ago, I might have said it differently. I might have said the college, that the title of president defined me and was most important. But
Without family, I don't feel like without family, I wouldn't be anything.
Everything makes sense within my life. Without them, I wouldn't know where I would be.
Different people put different values on things. So some people value more their work.
my husband and my kids and my grandkids are truly the most important thing.
It really depends on what kind of person you are and what are your goals in life.
I wish I would have, it's hindsight, I wish I would have not taken so much for granted in dealing with my family and spending time with them. Right now, I am spending a lot of time with my 2.5-year-old granddaughter.
If there was some reason there was something wrong with one of my family members, I would be out of here in a flash.
Family comes first.
I love the college, and I love being the president, but I've learned over probably the last 5 years that shouldn't be my strongest priority.
I think it's human nature myself.
But when you're young, you're a kid, you think your parents are going to live forever, your siblings are going to live forever, your significant other, your partner, your husband or wife are going to live forever. And as you get older and you're faced with losing people.
We get busy and things sometimes get out of order.
I lost my daughter at 23 years of age. She was a college student and had the whole world, her whole life ahead of her.
Gosh, why didn't we know that before? Why didn't we do more?
It kind of focused for me the idea that life is too brief, and seeing how she touched the lives of other made it very important for me to do the same.
This institution will go on long after I'm gone, and
my goal is to contribute to it while I'm here and hopefully leave a legacy.
Well, that's I think that's exactly why, because we're we go through this life and it's such a brief period of time.
That's actually what I've been thinking about lately, but
creating a sort of a legacy, if you'd like.
Trying to do something with trying to make some mark in design. Something, even if it's a little bit something with that.
If you don't do something while you're here that's worth recording and remembering, either by your offspring or by the community, then your life was as a vapor. It didn't have much meaning to the world as a whole.
What I think about every day when I wake up in the morning, when I go to sleep, it's like my ultimate goal. And it's what I work hard for every day, really. I mean, literally every day, yeah.
And what they get passionate about it is interesting.
Because that's what I've been studying for the past 8 years. It's what I love to do. It's almost like I feel like a calling for it. It's what I love doing. So it defines a lot of things in my life, designing it. So.
Yeah, I'd like to understand it, but I don't. So I just accept that that's who they are.
I can't stop thinking. I'm like obsessed with it. So
The most important thing in my life is to do whatever I am doing at that particular moment as well as I possibly can.
I know I said that I consider myself a designer, but that's a title. But to take it to the level of art, where I consider myself an artist in design, like a pure art to the level of art.
Because anything less is a waste of time.
I'm gonna be in this till I die, so, and I'm always gonna try to push myself beyond what I can do. So.
I think it all comes back to a Bob Dylan lyric from, I don't remember which song it was, but it says, you do what you must do and you do it well. And I've always enjoyed that sentiment.
You have to work your ass off, and then you'll get to be good.
Kind of a workaholic, I guess you could say. Always like keeping busy and stuff.
That's pretty much me. I'm pretty much moving and working.
Trying to fulfill a part-time job, keeping it all steady.
Between 45 hours a week at a job and 12 hours at school, I am pretty much moving all the time.
Talent only gets you so far.
I might work a lot, but at least I enjoy my job, and I enjoy what I go to school for. I'm not English all day long or anything. I get to be in art rooms and do fun things.
It makes me curious of when they have other priorities, what is that about?
Because that's what makes me happy. Otherwise, I'm just bored, and bored is not fun.
So I can have a better life than some people.
I can't just broadly say it's the poor people, but everyone has bad days, bad years.
I grew up with a lot of sad things, and I now want to be happy.
And I think it's everyone's responsibility to work together.
I care about people. People are people first.
I teach.
The gist of what's behind that is I care about my students.
And that's what I focus on here. It's not the job, it's not the politics, it's not the social life, but it's walking down the elevator or riding down the elevator with a student and having him or her tell me how NWACC changed their lives.
And I'm lucky that I have that opportunity, and I want to jump on board with that.
This is a wonderful place, wonderful opportunity for the people that come here.
The people part of it, the people part of life is the most important aspect to me.
Well, I would just like to say, having said that the presidency here is not the most important thing, I have to tell you, what we do here at NWACC and the lives that we touch with our students really means a great deal to me.
I think that's what's great about humanity is we do connect with each other, we do work with each other, and we do strive to improve things.
We're always, ultimately, when we're looking at solutions, talking about relationships and people.
What I tell my son a lot is you have to be happy and also try to think about how to make happy everybody else.
I try to include everyone in my day. I can see on their faces if they're having a good day or a bad day, and I kind of insert my joy into their life by making sure that someone remembers them, even though they're having a poopy day.
And that's, something, if everybody thinks about that every day, then you'll make it through and you'll help others.
Do good unto others and to try to put, God first, others second, and yourself last, and to be a servant.
Being a Christian man, I want to be a servant to everyone.
I'm a follower of Jesus Christ.
Christian, first and foremost.
I would have to say that my faith would be the most important thing in my life.
And the reason being is because everything else, I have peace in everything else when my spiritual life is together.
My faith is really important to me because it gets me through everything.
I'll give you a great example. In my family, I had twins born prematurely. One was at 1 pound 3 ounces, the other at 1 pound 10 ounces.
He has the power to fix it all.
They're alive and they're well today.
And I could take days to explain that, but
without prayer, I couldn't have got through it.
I don't necessarily have like a story. It's just always something that can get me through everything.
Make sure that those who are in difficulty, put your hand out. Try to give them a hand up.
Concept of space and time and meaning and connectedness. It all comes back to relationship.
We are a tribe, and we are a tribe of human beings spread out over the whole world.
If we can't gather together as people, no matter what we look like or the way we talk, what color we are, what religion we are, we're going to have a very difficult time in the future.
excuse me?